Ministry of Education takes another meaningful step in its digital transformation journey.
It is indeed an honor for us to be here this afternoon. We know that a few years ago we started on the STEM journey and we introduced the STEM plan. And of course we have done some work in the science component and technology. We know recently we saw distribution of laptops to students across the system. We have laptops and tablets stationed in the classrooms or in the schools. And we are very cognizant of the fact that laptops and devices do not make up the entire reality of the digital world. With the internet connectivity, the devices, the next step, of course, the next logical step, positioning our students to have an experience similar to their counterparts across the world, is smart technology. We partnered with the Windsong Foundation. Windsong sponsored some 9 of the devices, and the Nevis Island Administration also brought forward the other 3. It is the hope that we will be able to bridge the gap between our time and the current time. And it's so sad for me to have to say our time, because in our time, we didn't have whiteboards. We had blackboards only, and so we've seen the growth and the transition. The proposed goals for this project are to enhance interactivity. They'll be able to do their own research and be able to empower our students. And so the second goal, to empower educators to lead and to innovate, to improve our student outcomes, to modernize the learning environment right here on Nevis, and to promote collaborative learning.
I'm very delighted to be here this afternoon, and if you see me smiling, I'm smiling for a good reason. We're here in a very small room, but this is a very big occasion. I think it's a wonderful afternoon. Let me start off by saying a big thank you to the Windsong Foundation. They have been our partners here in education for quite some time. It started with buses. We've gotten furniture from them, we've gotten tablets, we've gotten computers from them, and now they've blessed us with these very large screens. We are taking a giant leap forward in education here on Nevis, and our children are going to be the beneficiaries of this. The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports, Information Technology is all about children, all about building our children. I think this is a wonderful step forward for our children. We have great people working in the ministry, great people all around the ministry who are going to do wonders with these smart boards. I know when our children see technology, they light up. I'm a bit older now, and I light up when I see technology. So I could just imagine the faces of the children across all of our schools. Each public primary school on Nevis will get 1, and then public secondary schools on Nevis will get 1 each. We tend to try to include the private schools as much as possible, but this is our first tranche, so we'll get them in the second one.
We try to provide opportunities that diversify the way in which our students can learn and experience and engage with the things that they're learning every day. We want to be able to create opportunities that match or meet the needs and expectations, and of course the various types of learners that we have in our classroom. We have different colors. If you want a whiteboard instead of a blackboard, you make it white. That's your choice. To draw things on the board, the students can pull up a ruler, they can draw a line. Let's see here now. You want to draw something, just to give an example, so we can easily draw. We want to pull an image in. So we're in class, we're connected to the internet. Okay, parts of a flower, just so you see, I can drag my flower, put it on the screen. I want to interact with that. And we can still mark up, draw. We can take the picture of it, save it. If you want to embed it with our, for example, you have your Teams, you want to have students interact with it, you can save it to the drive, share it on Teams. So we're teaching fractions, we want to play around with and have the students engage and look. This one is teaching equivalence. We want to look at fractions equivalent to a quarter. You can play around, and of course there's games as well that you can have. Other things, for example, you're learning about planets and so on. You want to look at the solar system. This is a nice way that we can play around and interact with the solar system, look at the distance. I'm just giving some ideas of things that we'll be able to look at. We can think about, if you want to know more about Mars, you can click And so the point is there's several different ways that we can engage with the smartboard technology in the class that makes it come to life for the students. They can, like I said, it's direct interaction. The students can come and play and move things around and see how they work, and so forth and so forth.
So this is a good way to fill the gap, to find a way to use the technology that we have to do something that is actually productive and will build our country. As I like to say, this is a lifestyle. You know, the game of life, this is an experience that will benefit all of us for the future.
On behalf of the teachers, I would like to say that this is a wonderful initiative, and I would like to leave you with this quote. It says, "Technology cannot replace a great teacher like me, but technology can be empowering